Yay! Hello! So I've just managed to prop up my camera, which is why I was really excited about that. So I'm sharing another insight with you, and I wanted to come back to the point that I wanted these to be as often as possible, as short as possible, and fresh off the cuff, filled with some wisdom and some support, and just whatever wants to come through me in this moment to offer to whoever is watching, because we all have a really divine role to play, to support one another in our incredible evolution cycle, our incredible opportunity to be on this planet and to be in our lives, very present with our family, with our friends, and what I felt interested to share is this concept of our wisdom and our truth, and how it's our responsibility to share these. I feel really strongly that I personally have a strong calling to do that, and you might feel similarly. And I think when we start to step on that path, then we'll start to meet doubts, and we'll start to meet resistance, and we'll start to meet a lot of different things, and they all come from within us. So they're not, it's not something to go and war against. And I think what we have going on possibly is a big, we often have a big resistance to things going on globally. Say, for example, if we feel there's an injustice, we want to go and right it. If we feel there's an untruth, we want to go and speak the truth. If we feel there's something missing, we want to go and fill the hole. And what I want to suggest is that we live in a way in which it is righted. We live in a way in which it is filled, in which it is saved, as it were. What would it be to create an oasis of well-being in our lives, so that all of the issues that we open our eyes to and witness on the planet are healed through our choice to embody the solution, to embody the healing, rather than trying to correct it? What if we look back inside of ourselves and choose to envision and to love and to pray that this is whole again, that this is one? Something I've really been guided in recently is when I've experienced pain and wounding and separation in relationships, to see that the wholeness and the reunion exists already. So where there is conflict that either in our lives we can't resolve because we just don't, either the family member has died or the friend has died or there's no contact, or it's been and gone, or it's in the past, or whatever it is, we're revisiting something ancient maybe, or whether it's something that's going on globally that we don't have literal connection with. We, in our, like, this is the most challenging and the easiest is our responsibility, and it feels intangible and maybe not so much a responsibility, but it is to go into that place where we see the oneness and the unity and the reunion and the wholeness and the healing and the abundance and the provision and the glory and the wonder. We see it all remade and re-whole again from within inside of our hearts. And it sounds like I think there's a narrative which says this is silly, this isn't real, and I know I definitely inherited that from my family line, and all of us would have done, because the spiritual approach to do this through prayer and through realizing this from an internal space has not always been touched upon in a logical way in which people talk about that's what they do. It's something that often people do in a hidden sense or in very small circles. But what we're seeing now, what we're needing, really, really needing now, is this choice to embody the union, to embody the answer, to embody the solution. Because this is real. This isn't fake. When we're going into this place, it's a realm, it's a cosmic heavenly dimension, it's a space. And when we envisage and partake and go and show up in that place, we're starting to make it more real. So when we go and we embody and envisage that union, and we dance in that place of healing, or we dance in that solution, and we dance in that whatever it is, that thing that we know we need to manifest on the earth, when we go and envisage it and space and play and be in that place of reflection and contemplation, we're actually manifesting it. And it goes contradictory to that that we need to do the work part of us, where we just want to do physical labor, because we've had so much physical labor ancestrally. We kind of believe that that's the only way, and it's just a part of it. We're not negating it and saying it doesn't have importance, but we're putting it in its rightful, peaceful place where we can relax, and we can use our other powers as well to bring into this crucible, so that we can be fully multidimensional. And I feel like I'm just starting to understand this, starting to live this, but I know that I'm hooking into my ancient being, and I'm hooking into you, because this is where we all connect. It's not about an individual, it's about a we. And in this place, it's outside of the one limited track that we think is our only reality. And it's just because we live in a crazy society where we're still living in the remnants of really old belief systems. And it just isn't true, because the layers start to peel back and you start to see that it's just not the reality. And we are so much more abundant and incredible beings than is just what our mind says. Our mind is beautiful, but our mind is running an old track. Yeah. So as I challenge myself, I challenge you also to spend some time engaging in something truly ethereal, truly magical, truly imaginary, truly fairy tale, to put yourself in positions where you can go into that narrative and just enjoy it. And you might just think this is ridiculous, but it's real. I assure you, it's completely real. We've just as a society not valued it. People have called it like airy-fairy, people have called it woo-woo, or whatever word you want to call it. These are judgments, which come from a place of trying to shut down people's true sovereign power, because we are creators and we can actually create from that place. We did used to live like that, but there was a lot of persecution, and that's okay, because we can love those wounds, and we have never lost our power. We've only pretended to give it away just for a time because something else needed to be played out. But now that play is over, and it's time to gracefully regather, dust off our clothes, and start to realize that we're wearing multi-layered garments of gold and glory, beautiful woven fabrics around us, and it's not just a little petticoat thing that we thought it was, but it's actually hugely glamorous, vibrant, vivacious, exponential expansion that we're woven with, and that never goes away, that never leaves us. Because we live in the seasons, we live in the time, we live in the cosmos and the turning of the planets, but we're not governed by them. The trees lose their leaves. All of these things are tangible expressions of a hidden truth. The soul and the spirit of us is outside of that time frame. So when we hook in and anchor this, we're anchoring our truth, our spark of divine flame, just like all the plants and all the creatures can do. And that's the truth. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. It's a wonderful rabbit hole. Yeah, I look forward to seeing you more down the rabbit hole. And have a gorgeous day, and have a moment to reflect on what really resonates with you and what flows with you, what you can expand on, what you can journal on, what you can walk in, what you can dance to, what you can feel, taste and touch and smell and sense and hear. Go into that space and give yourself permission, and I really hope that even just one word touched something tender for you, something deep. Thank you so much. Goodbye.